me one of those. Hi, this is Jim the Keys bartender coming to you for episode 103, Dildon't. And speaking of Dildon't, let's say hi to Bill Dew.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Yeah, Bill Wissinger. It's a day after yesterday was Labor Day, and we had Tropical Storm Gordon blow through South Florida.
Form up right on top of us.
Yes, right on top of us.
It was a
rain event.
It was a low, and then it was supposed to blow off into the Gulf, and woke up Monday morning, and it was pouring, and I looked at the radar, and the damn thing's circulating. I'm like, damn. That's a storm.
It's supposed to be a fast mover, and I'm thinking it's going to be out of here by 1 o'clock, and it stayed till like 6, 7 o'clock.
It ended up circulating and dropping bands, and it was here till, I don't know, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Getting good rain. I mean, heavy torrential rain all day long.
Well, it's still, you know what, today is a beautiful day here in the Florida Keys. It was a good weekend, busy weekend for us.
Sunday turned out really nice. We had a little bit of rain in the morning, and then it was gorgeous the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's one of those days, and then I was working inside, so Sunday was busy for me, even though a lot of people were leaving, because Labor Day weekend is a big, those Memorial Day, Labor Day, you get a lot of people from South Florida coming down to the Keys. In busy season, we get all the people that come down from everywhere. You know, you can anywhere around.
Yeah, we get a lot of the local tourists. Miami, Lauderdale, Cape Coral, all the ones within an hour or two drive. They'll all come down.
Yeah, and when it rains, something like that, they just ditch that whole day. They don't go in the water. There's no reason to stay down. They pull their boats out and they go
back up and barbecue at home.
Yep. So right now, as I was looking, we're at the Blackwater Siren here on Blackwater Sound, and we'll talk a little more about it later on. But they show that Mobile looks to be around the center of, and New Orleans, of the strike for. It's going to hit as a Category 1 hurricane.
Oh, that's way west Mobile, man.
Okay, New Orleans then.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, but it's going to hit there as a Category 1, which, considering we went to Irma, was Category 4 or 5.
Category 1 still ruin your day, man.
Oh, it will ruin your day. And yesterday was supposed to be a tropical storm. I didn't really notice a big wind event for us.
No, well, it wasn't. I mean, the wind blew, but it wasn't. You know, it was.
No, we had higher gusts in October when, just when it's not storming.
We had a big rain. It blew heavy early in the morning, right when it was first moving through, like 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, and it really.
But then it was just then those bands were starting to form up, and we were just getting the feeder bands where it was blowing in, where the circulation was forming up.
Yeah, just enough to, put a damper on your day. But if you're indoors, you're having a couple drinks, you're hanging out with some friends, it's
you're indoors.
Yeah, you're fine. I was just talking to. We had a little meeting before the podcast. I was a couple weeks ago. We did the sex robot and sex doll show, and someone brought up there's a little store in Key Largo.
It's a big store, man.
Well, I think I'm calling it a little store, but it's an
adult.
We
have to drive by it every day. It's a big store.
It's an adult store, and if I see 2 cars in front of it, I'd be surprised.
I used to run years and years ago. I ran a dive shop down here.
Yeah.
And Max, my driver, who was a little interesting, he'd bring supplies down from the West Coast over to me in Key Largo, and he'd unload the truck. And then after we'd unload the truck, he'd go and park the damn thing right in front of the adult superstore.
Really?
With the name plastered all down the side, go in and hang out for like 2.5 hours.
And do what?
I don't know. Buy stuff, read magazines. It was Max. He was a little weird.
Does he still live down here?
No, he lived up in like the Cape Coral, that area.
Well, I hope you're a listener, Max. That would be kind of interesting if you were.
Yeah.
We do have, and we will.
No, but he'd park the damn truck with Scuba Quest right down the side. He just, poof, park it right out front, leave it there for 2.5 hours.
Well, okay, so.
I'm like, damn it, Max.
You know what? Maybe we're a little puritanical here. When you go to Amsterdam and stuff like that, They have the red light districts. They have little showcases.
No, I just have to. Everybody's going, "Hey, what you buy?" I'm like, "What do you mean what I buy?" Well,
Yeah.
I saw the truck parked out there. I'm like, "God damn it, Max!"
For 2 hours, too.
Yeah.
It's a long time. So if someone's running an errand, they go, oh, it's still out there.
Now, speaking of surprises like that,
I'm going to park my car. I'm going to park my car right in the front of it.
every day for a week.
Well, no, I'm not going to do it every day for a week. But that would be kind of creepy, wouldn't it? We'll talk about the idea. What were you going to say?
Similar. Okay, y'all. Everybody who's a regular listener knows I used to race motorcycles. I had a little whoopsie. Managed to scuff up my leathers pretty good. Put a couple tears in them, and my normal guy that usually does it was out of town. He couldn't get to them. So my buddies down in Key West, George and Tommy, which they might not be listening. I don't know if they do or don't. But they said, "Oh man, we got a great place down in Key West. They'll get you all hooked up. It's called Leathermaster." I go, "No problem." So I said, "Here, just take my leathers down. I'll be in my backups. I'll drive down there and see you guys later in the week when he gets them all stitched up and whatever." So boom, never even thought about it. We get down there. I drive back. I think this is Virginia International, VIR.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it takes me a while to get back. About Tommy calls me up on I think it was the next Monday, and goes, "Hey, he's got your leathers done. You going to come down?" "Yeah, I'll come down overnight. We'll hang out. We'll go get some drinks, have a good old time." I get down there. We get to Leathermaster. My God, I had no idea. It's a fetish store.
Oh, it's got like gimp costumes
Dude,
and all that.
my God. It's got everything.
Yeah,
The guy did
strap-ons.
Dude, there was stuff
Butt
that I
plugs.
didn't even know what they were, and I was like, the guy's going, "Oh, this is," I'm like, "Stop, you don't have to describe it. Don't
Vietnamese
don't tell me
swing,
what it does."
Swing fuck chairs.
Probably. But, man, I laughed like hell. I was like, "Tommy, you didn't tell me." He'd go, "Doesn't matter." Well, no, man, my leather's perfect, man.
You know what? Yeah, every so often.
He had the best kangaroo leather that I have ever had replacement stuff done on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You know, that is especially a craft repairing leather, and not just the exotic or fetish stuff.
Yeah, but
I had a
the race
great,
suits
I had
and
a
the jackets.
Fennec, Navy bomber jacket from the 70s, and when I needed it repaired, I was in Philadelphia, and there's leather stores there and stuff like that. They don't happen to be, because it's a big city. Actually, they could do leather repair on things that don't have dildos attached to them and things like that.
Yeah,
Assless chaps.
Yeah, but I'm looking at Tommy and
whatever.
George. When we go down the street, down around.
What kind of stuff did you see in there?
Oh, dude, there was everything. They had
You got to be a little more descriptive, my friend.
There was a lot of black leather with silver studs.
Okay, spikes. Anything with spikes like spiked
studs,
dog collars?
Big holes with grommets. And
Okay.
Yeah, look, at this point, I'm just like, look, let's get my leathers, and we're going to go next door.
Right in the bee-hole?
Oh, yeah, I'm going, let's get my leathers, and we're going to go sit across the street at Willie T's and drink a bunch.
Okay. Well, it goes to the adult store. What's it called?
Leathermaster.
No, the one up here.
Oh, I see the sign every day. Lovers Boutique.
Lovers Boutique.
Lovers, actually, it's
Okay.
Lovers XXX.
I haven't approached it because I haven't approached it, but I think
used to know the manager there. Back when I was running the cigar shop years ago.
Yeah.
He used to come in all the time and buy his. He bought high quality English rolling tobacco.
Yeah. Oh, the manager of the Lovers
Yeah.
Boutique.
Yep. He
Oh,
used to come
okay.
in. He used to come in every 2-3 days. Super nice guy.
Do you wear a smoking jacket?
No, hell no.
Okay.
No,
Do you look like Hugh Hefner?
no, younger kid.
Young kid? Did he have one of those boutique mustaches that?
No, he had a little goatee.
Oh, goatee. Okay.
He had a little goatee.
I had a picture when you buy a fancy tobacco and stuff like that.
No, he had a little goatee going on.
Yeah.
He wasn't one of those. What the hell are
feet
those?
snobs.
No, what the hell are those? The PBR kids.
Oh, okay. Those
Hipsters.
guys, hipsters.
Yeah, he wasn't a hipster.
Oh, to get all ironic when they get their pictures taken in front of the PBR place and maybe
he
in
wasn't a
front of
hipster.
spam.
He just decided that he'd been over to England for a few times and decided that the tobacco they had over there was much more worthwhile to smoke than the Marlboros, which I agree.
Well, they were the first commercial cultivators. I mean, the Indians did it first, but they were the first. The English started cultivating and started refining the process. And refining doesn't necessarily mean better, but they did have more of a I guess, a larger population that could focus on refining.
Well, yeah, and it was the English
process.
Virginians that first came up with the flute cures and a lot of the traditional pipe tobaccos. But
no,
yeah, they
curing
really worked it
tobacco,
out.
how you hang it, and all that stuff.
I've had
They adopted it from the Indians first, and then they did their own spin on it, let's say. And then R.J. Reynolds decided to put a bunch of fucking chemicals in it that would make you
because I mean, what a lot of
addicted.
people don't realize is that most tobacco, like cigar products and pipe tobacco products, are really they're not raw tobacco. They're cured.
Yeah.
They're cured and fermented products, and it takes a lot of attention to detail. If you roll up raw tobacco leaves into a old traditional Indian cigar and try to smoke them, it damn near kill you.
Yeah. Oh, I know. They hang them in. They have to have a certain moisture content, and they hang them. They got these big wooden stakes. They put
tobacco
hang 'em.
barns.
Yeah. I told you that. I did that one summer with my
Your
step
hands were black and sticky for weeks.
Yep. That was interesting. This is
were you
now.
doing that
This is on topic. This is fucking
Were you
on
doing it
topic.
up in Virginia?
What? No, Merlin.
Because
Western
Virginia does
Maryland.
that
Western Maryland. But if you think Western Maryland goes right into
into-
Virginia.
Yeah,
If they got northern part of
because
Virginia.
that whole Virginia River Valley up there by the Gauley, man, they do fantastic burleys, and they do a really nice light golden
yeah,
Virginia.
it's something about the bottom soil or
Yeah,
whatever you call it
yeah.
that comes in, runs off.
Yeah, they do a super nice, really light golden Virginia
Yeah.
up there. Just got a really
Yep.
mild, natural tobacco taste, not like hitting a Winston or something where you're like,
Well, you know what?
tastes like ammonia.
If it gets all legalized and stuff like that, they'll be growing
Growing some weed up there.
some weed up there, and some of that soil will be excellent down
Probably.
here. I mean, well, actually,
we got to save that for Luke. He's the connoisseur.
he certainly is. I mean, but it's not. It's interesting when it comes to tobacco versus marijuana. Marijuana is about the effect, the strength of the content of THC.
Well,
how
American
it hits you.
cigarettes tend to be
With
about
the-
effect. That's
No, but
that's all a
tobacco-
nicotine loading device.
Yeah, tobacco is about essence, smell.
But yeah, when you start
savoring
getting
it.
into the different pipe tobaccos and cigars and the traditional hand rolling tobaccos, it's much less about nicotine delivery and much more about taste and aroma.
Speaking of cigar smokers, great segue. Back to the Lover's Boutique.
Okay.
There's a lot of cigar smokers going there, but a different type of cigar.
Yeah, they are
I'm
smoking
going to a
cigars.
cigar sometimes is a penis. And
And sometimes it's just a cigar.
sometimes it is cigar. That's right. So someone was mentioning something about the adult store and saying like that, and I said, "Oh, would that be a great place to do a show from?" And one of my servers that I worked with said, "Hey, I know those people. They'd be totally into it."
Cool.
And then I thought about it. The more I thought about it, I go, "It's an audio expression, so there's no downside because first of all, we won't advertise outside it."
Yeah.
And it's
No,
very
the only
rarely that-
downside is I'm going to have to bleach my eyes afterwards.
I've been in there. There's nothing you have to see. You're an adult. You've seen all that stuff. You got your pocket pussies. You got your dildos. You got your vibrating dildos. You got your oh Jesus Christ! I don't know enough of them. I remember years ago when I was out with my ex-wife's best friend. We're hanging out all together. My ex-wife, and she wanted to take me in, and she took me right to the gay section of this. And it's really creepy up north in this place. It was like a white building. You go in there, and it's the more nondescript the script an adult store is, the more filthy it appears.
Probably.
I mean, it looks like the people that
It's
come
got
in
the brown paper wrapping.
Yeah. The adult, the Lover's Boutique. It's a Lover's Boutique.
There you
It means
go.
like this. You're trying to spice up your life. There's a little, imagery, pornography. There's some blow-up dolls. There's some
I used to
costumes.
laugh
They got,
like
and
it-
actually, besides just, the sex toys, during Halloween, they have
Oh
regular,
yeah, they've got the regular
costumes. Yeah, they've got, you know what I mean? It has
And
a,
they don't wrap that one up in plain brown paper, which I always laugh. I was a Playboy subscriber for many years, and I used to laugh like hell because it always
Playboy-
came. Well,
it's
it always
silly to
came,
wrap that.
came wrapped up in a brown paper wrapper, and I'm like, dude, really?
more attention to
after you're a Playboy subscriber for like 4 or 5 years, it really does turn into all about the article. Because it's like, hey, yeah, okay.
There
she's
were
got bigger tits.
damn fine articles
She's
in
got
Playboy.
Or actually, the editorial cartoons were probably still the best. Oh, speaking of sex toys, it just popped in my mind. There was a cartoon. God, this has got to be in the 90s. There was a cartoon of two geeky-looking people, geeky-looking girl, geeky-looking guy, one buying a pocket pussy, the other buying a dildo, in the sex store in line.
Yeah.
And they're all laughing, giggling, and laughing, and they're like, "Oh, let's hook up!" And the next panel, they've got the little vibrating things on the floor all together, and they're watching them go around on the floor stuck together. I'm like, "Oh, that's perfect. I love that." But oh man, yeah,
Who was the guy? You ever see the movie American Splendor?
No.
It's a guy who wrote a comic book about himself and stuff like that. But he was friends with the guy that did Fritz the Cat. Fritz the Cat was really filthy.
He was pretty edgy for the 70s.
Yes, he was. Fritz the Cat and a lot of filthiness. But back
in the old fabulous furry freak brothers.
Yeah. That stuff. And back to the Lovers Boutique. Why not do a podcast from there?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
And we sit there, maybe next to the register. I mean, we can go and say, if you'd like to talk to us, you can. If you don't want to talk to us, you don't.
Yeah, don't have
no
to.
one's going to know who you are unless your voice is very recognizable. Then we suggest, if you don't want to be identified, don't do it.
No, I can always, if you want to do that, I've got the equipment. I can throw a gender changer or something on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Oh, there's ones where they sound like they're fucking a kidnapper.
Yeah. Yeah, I can do that, or I can do a fairly natural voice and still flip it over.
Make all the unmarked 20.
I can make you sound like Barry White.
Barry White. Oh, that's real deep. You slow it down, speed it up.
Yeah,
but if you slow it down and speed, I mean,
no, we don't slow it down and speed it up. We just do some onboard. Trust me, I got all the stuff that we can do, all sorts of fun vocal stuff.
Do you realize on some of these podcasts? I'll talk. I'm going to hold that for last.
Okay, hold that.
So we're going to be back to if we're sitting next to the register.
Crunch. Oh. Well, there goes that valence panel.
There goes your bonnet. They're kind of excited about. Nothing really bad.
Yeah, no, it's a Cadillac, and I'm surprised it's not my wife driving it because I have to reattach that goddamn thing every other week.
Really?
Yeah, she pulls over every damn bump stop.
It's concrete ones. So
luckily, the one on the Caddy is soft rubber, so it goes on and off pretty easy.
Yeah.
Speaking of the sex toy angle, it's made out of soft plush rubber.
Oh, it is?
It is.
Okay, I guess it makes it more pliant and resilient. So if we're next to the register, we could just sit there. Hey, what's in your bag? What do you got there? Go like that and just say, and you know what? You wouldn't want to make them uncomfortable, so maybe we couldn't be there. But if they could, we could be in another area, and if they come in here and just say, if you'd like to talk to them, you can. You don't have to. And the people that want to be nondescript, go and do that. They don't want to ask any questions. But I don't know if you're the kind of person that goes to Lover Boutique. You're good there.
Hi. No, it's still there.
Yeah, it's still
there.
on. Yeah. So, you got those people. And I think there'd probably be a certain amount. If you park there, you're not really sneaky. You can get it off the internet.
Yeah,
I mean, actually, you can order all that stuff now.
Yeah, back before the internet, I used to go down, or not before the internet, but before the prevalence of internet, I used to get.
Yeah, we did a play-by-play of that parking job.
I used to get dirty.
Happy birthday!
I used to go down there and get dirty Christmas cards for some of my buddies.
Yeah,
send them out.
Oh, that's a good one. So we get the person could tell us if they have a dildo, a vibrator. Any shit like that, right? And or blow up doll, and then we could use the Radio Shack motto right at the end. Remember at Radio Shack, what they used to say at the end? They didn't ask you. You asked you for your zip code and phone number.
Oh,
do you need batteries?
Model. I thought you said motto.
Motto. Yeah, it is motto. It's a motto. It's an old thing.
Do you need batteries with that?
Do you need batteries with that? And it would probably. I mean, it would be nice not to tilt the conversation while we're there.
Oh yeah, and I remember I got an inflatable sheep from them one time. I got an inflatable sheep from the Lovers Boutique one time.
You did?
We turned it into a float bag. We rigged it up with a blowout valve and a low pressure inflator valve for scuba diving. Well, no. Well, yes, it was a female sheep, but we rigged it up with a blowout valve and a low pressure inflator, so you could use it as a lift bag, locator bag
when you're diving.
When you're diving,
so you have your sheep pop up on
there.
Have
the sheep pop up, dude. First time I did that and popped it up, I get up to the surface. The fucking captain on the boat is fucking dying. He's like,
I think that
inflatable
woman probably be really good too.
Oh, the sheep. Well, yeah, probably, but the sheep was better.
That popped up. With
sheep's a little more stable.
Big blossoming red vagina coming up. You know how they make it with the circular mouth. Like that's only about. I shouldn't know this. About 2 or 3 inches deep. How's that going to do anything? You got that. Latex.
Well, that says something about who's buying them.
What?
That says something about who's buying them.
I go like this. Holy crap! What are you going to do with that thing? I mean, it's like if you really could get the old school one. I mean, that was one. It definitely was made as.
I want to say.
I hope it was a gag gift. I hope it was a gag gift because what a lonely existence that would be. That looks like Jenna, doesn't it? Yeah. Isn't it?
Could be. I can't see that far.
No, it's not. But that's really crazy. When you think of something like that, someone would take. Now we did do a whole show on that where you had the lifelike Japanese ones.
Oh yeah, the scary ones.
The scary ones that it look, but they're still not lifelike. But
that's not Jenna. That's what the hell's her name? It's my wife's ex-boyfriend's wife. Speaking of small world,
wife's ex-boyfriend's wife. Wow, that's
I can't remember her name.
Full circle. Well, that's all right. Are you supposed to know her name?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, well, you know what? Just pretend you're just in there. Okay, so on that, I'm going to have to approach them, and I'm sure Luke's not going to have a problem with it. I just got to find a time. I'm sure we could do it at any time because it's more of a site thing. It doesn't have to be live. I want to see if maybe one of the sponsors can, one of our friends of the show could probably provide us with some wine, and we can have some wine and cheese there. Not to be fun, maybe some beer.
Yeah, I'm thinking a little bit of beer.
Some beer, or whatever we can do there, from there, and rationale there. If you think about it, the people that park there. I mean, or park in there's people that park there. If you park in the front,
you don't care.
You don't give a shit. If you park all the way in the back, you do care. If you park in another parking lot, you really
then you have
care.
issues.
Yeah, you really care. You may be like a Baptist minister or a Catholic priest. So yeah,
I'm pretty sure the Catholic.
I think
I'm sure the Catholic guys have got their own little circle passing stuff around.
You're right. Okay.
They've got that all kind of hidden and worked out. You got to have the secret knock, secret handshake.
Oh, you mean like Eyes Wide Shut party thing?
Yeah, no. Remember, me and movies don't get along.
Okay, Eyes Wide Shut. It's like these people that are real privileged and all that stuff, and they have this, like, not exact, more than swingers. They have sex slaves and all this stuff, and they're like powerful lawyers and doctors, and they wear these Phantom of the Opera masks.
Yeah, swingers who take it to the next level.
Yeah, with capes and all that stuff, and they bring in young. I don't know what they want to be. The women want to be if they volunteer for that stuff, or maybe that's their main job. And they, what are we looking at right now?
No, we're just looking around.
A gamer stuff. So if we can swing that'd be great. Earlier today, I was listening to.
They're the swingers that show up at the motocross track because we used to go to the motocross track and train because motocross is fantastic training for anything, man. It's super cardio, and we get there and you get some pretty good local guys. They're like, yeah, we're badass, and they're clearing the triples and they're flying over the grandstands and all that. And you get one of the national guys shows up to do a little practice, and you're like. Okay, so they're the equivalent of the national motocross riders. I'm talking about the Eyes Wide Shut guys. They're like putting the regular riders. It's like, damn boy, how do you figure that out?
Yeah, it's crazy shit stuff. I think we have a healthy community of swingers down here.
No, we're not even going there.
Yeah, I'm going to go there right now. Why not? You know about it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yes.
Yeah, around the,
put your clothes bag on or I'm going to have to leave this party.
It's a lifestyle, which, you know what? Consenting adults.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever, if you want to have a key party, man. That's fine. Spice things up. They look on the rest of the people and like, these
you really got to check first. People. You got to check first before you start handing out invites, though.
I know they do a little research. I think they do a little interviewing process.
Sometimes they don't.
Well, I mean, they have dinner together as couples and stuff like that. And, I mean, you can introduce something into your relationship that you didn't mean to. A little chlamydia,
I've been to
herpes.
Unfortunately or fortunately, being the band down here and, playing some of these things, it's like, well, okay, we're going to do, bring your wife along. Okay, no problem. Bring the wife along, and next thing we know, it's, holy shit. There's a bunch of naked people out here.
They're fucking on the couch?
There's a bunch of naked people out here. Hey, we got to play something a little quicker.
Oh, really? Oh, at a private party?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, they're just dancing naked?
Oh, yeah. And unfortunately, this being the Keys or anywhere else, yes, there are the occasional people that should be naked.
A lot of them shouldn't.
Unfortunately, most of the party goers probably should because, I'm not gonna say anything because I am a whole lot rounder and a whole lot flabbier than I used to be. But back in my 20s, I had no problem walking around naked. Boom, I'm naked. I'm good.
Yep.
You get to 50 plus and the stomach starts getting a little bit big and dangly, and you get a little bit of man boob going on, and everything's hairy, and you're like, yeah, okay, maybe I shouldn't be walking around naked anymore.
Nakedness is the problem when you get older. And then when you get Alzheimer's and stuff like that, it could be a problem because you're walking out to get your mail and you're naked. And someone's making a delivery and you answer the door. You're naked. Yeah. So, it would be,
especially down here where it's so damn hot.
It would really be a wonderful world if there was no connotation to just walking up naked. Because clothes are just decoration, really, if you think about it.
I'm not so much worried about you walking up naked. I'm just like, oh, my God, I don't need to see that.
You know what? If they're naked, if someone's naturally naked, what thing puts fear in me is that they're crazy because it's not accepted. It's not accepted norm when someone walks out in the street naked. Yeah, I'll have one.
You ready?
Yep. Where are we at? I think we should end at 40 because the shows have higher listenership when we get to 40 and stuff like that and 38. Okay. Yeah, that's the thing I read on there I wanted to tell you about and the demographic stuff. What? Where are we at? Oh, we are?
No, we're like 27.
Great. Well, yeah, I mean, so my idea is that if you, in a world where everyone's naked, it's no big deal when you run into someone naked. And it doesn't automatically appear when someone shows up. You just don't say, oh, they're naked. And, sometimes you don't judge them. You go, that's their shape. That's their body. And some have finer body. Because nakedness, in a modern world, when we see women naked nowadays, it's almost, in popular culture, it's always perfect naked. But not everyone's perfect. So if everyone was naked, and there was no connotation to it, that meaning if someone's naked, they're not ready for sex, they're not trying to be provocative, they're just going to go and be naked. But nowadays, where not everyone is naked, when someone shows up naked, now repeat it, when someone shows up naked in a world where not everyone is naked, and it's a rarity, you assume they're crazy. And there's a danger. But like at a nudist camp, they're not crazy. They're just naked. A nude beach.
Yeah. Fun. Yeah, nude beaches, unfortunately, follow the same law, man. 80% of the people nude on the nude beach probably shouldn't be.
I went to Sandals for my honeymoon when I first got married, and there was these beautiful European women on the beach. And Americans and Europeans, like when a European male who always gets to see more often see unencumbered boobs on their beaches, they don't get all fascinated by it. They don't make a big deal. They look at it and say, "Oh, that's a pretty boob.
Nice rack."
Well, we see nice rack and stuff like that. But then we put more connotations to it. If boobs are out, we may think the girl's sending us a message. You know, this person's a free spirit. They want to have sex. No, they want to be naked. That's all. It's the way they dress. We're
going down to
20,000. Oh, wait, a couple. Actually, in cultures within the last 100 years, in some, I hate to call them native cultures. I hate to use the word primitive. That you didn't have to cover up because it's just a thing. I mean, National Geographic built half of its subscription on 15-year-old boys and younger to get to see women's boobies.
Boobies.
Yeah. Just the way it is. That's their native culture. It wasn't sexual. It wasn't sexualized. And they didn't worry. The idea, I imagine it was the same amount of percentage of rape as it was over here. You know?
Probably a little less.
Maybe a little less.
Because I'm sure their enforcement methods were a little more drastic. I'm sure you only get to do that once.
Well, there was an Amazonian culture. There was an Amazonian. There's a documentary I saw. It was pretty interesting called "Through the Golden Gates," where I think it's called "Through the Golden Gates," and it's a religious these missionaries show up to this secluded tribe, and the tribe had peculiar beliefs. And they were very brutal, and they called it sticking someone when you took a spear and you plunged it in them. They had the highest mortality rate of any culture in the world.
Yeah, I believe that. You start
and a higher amount of rape. And when this missionaries showed up, the first contact they had with them, they killed everyone in it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just stuck spears through them.
Yeah, but eventually they made contact to him, and they built a new narrative where they build a new mythology for him about whoever their ancient, they had ancestral worship. Whoever was their ancestors, they had two paths to go. One of them involved not
doing
stabbing, not killing, not raping.
There you go.
And they actually was one case where religion actually civilized, or I hate to use the word civilized because you have a high, but when you have a high mortality rate and there's murder and all that, maybe it's time to. That's where I think that's where religion came about, because there was such brutality going around, and you say, well, look, we're in a culture, biggest guys. If you see this guy come out and say, well, fuck, I'm going to be the boss because I can get all the food and I'll get all the women. I'll kill the guys and you follow me. And I'll take you and we'll go to other villages and we'll get women, we'll get food, blah, blah, blah.
There you go.
Do that. And then another smart guy finally came along and said, it's got to be a little more than this. I can't physically beat this guy.
Yeah, but I'm the guy that learned how to count to 10.
Yes. And I'm gonna build you know what? I'll sanctify what you do inside of a system that will give you a sense, and you can still do what you do, but it'll be religion. Our religion will sanctify it. We'll allow it to give you the authority to be able to do it, like the Crusades.
Yeah, because basically
jihad.
All religion basically boils down to killing people.
Yeah, but in a modern society where we know. We have laws. We develop laws. Laws were developed and say ethics, morals, and saying, listen, it's not good to kill people, steal, rape, harm anyone, denigrate someone, libel anyone. So that religion is a holdover from a more brutal past. Yep. Meaning it's all right. I'm not saying, and I apologize if you disagree with me, I'm not saying you can do without religion. I'm saying you don't need it to be a civil person. No. If you need someone to tell you,
you don't need to be a complete bastard either.
If you need someone to tell you you're going to go to hell forever to be a decent person, then you, my friend, are probably an asshole.
Exactly. Of course,
Because I know not to be a jerk and not to hurt, not to rape,
Right.
and not beat up people.
Of course, on the flip side of that coin, you got the guys where
They do it on the
where their God is telling them, "Hey, this is what we need to do."
Oh, well, this is where they take the religion.
Yeah,
This is the bastardization of the religion. It was
you got both sides. Both
yeah, I know,
sides.
but the religion was originally, I believe it was developed to gentle the condition of the brutal, and then other people took it and said, I can use it.
I can use it to
I can
really
be a warrior priest.
I can really fuck
one,
this up.
Or I could be a warrior. I can be a pedophile priest. I can use it I could use it for my own ends.
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to be that way nowadays. I don't know why he said how we got there. We're talking about culturalization with nudity.
Yeah.
With someone's naked. What's the assumption?
I don't know.
Well, it depends on where you are. You're on the
Dude.
nudist beach. You're on the Garden Eden. You're at the Garden Eden.
Yeah.
It's a nude bar
Oh God.
on the top of the Black Bull.
Oh God.
Hey, it's not pretty at all. It's not pretty at all. But people go there to have a beer and be naked.
I know.
And
but
it's not
yeah,
pretty.
The
and you
rules.
go up there, it could be a 70-year-old guy
God.
with saggy balls, saggy tits, shrunken penis, sitting there drinking his Coors Light.
No. Yeah.
And that cold sweat off the Coors Light dripping on
Dripping
his
on
tiny,
his
tiny
little tiny
gherkin.
dick. There you go.
That's all you have. But that's all, in that setting, perfectly fine. In the middle of, in front of the Catholic Church, the Mother of the Seas being naked, maybe not
probably
so
not so
appropriate.
good. But we used to go down. Antibes back when I was working.
Our
out in
Lady of the Seas. I'm sorry.
When I was working in Scotland, we go down to Antibes every once in a while. We get a few days off, fly down into Nice, and we go to Antibes, and just to watch all the young, naked Scottish girls sitting on the beach, burning. If you are pretty much in a Nordic country, and you hit the south of France, sunscreen is your friend.
Yeah, melatonin. Melatonin did not. Is it melatonin?
I think it's melatonin. Yeah,
melatonin,
I know what you're talking
the
about.
presence of melatonin. The less melatonin you have, the less protection you have. But even as a person of, and I'm not, but African American descent, you can still get sunburned.
Oh, hell yeah! My buddy Jim, another buddy of mine, Jim.
Yeah.
We were actually in the Navy together, and we're out in Pearl on TDY, and we get a 3-day pass. So of course we hit the beach. That motherfucker got so sunburnt.
He didn't put anything on.
Nothing on, man. He peeled, his back
He
peeled, his
fell
front
into that.
his back
mistake.
peeled, his
You gotta
front
put
peeled.
on, my friends, my brothers, you got to put on suntan lotion.
His damn toe. He got so sunburnt, his toes peeled.
I know. Just because you're dark.
And I laughed like hell at him
Just because you're dark. But the lighter, the fairer the skin, the more severe the
I
burn.
laughed like hell at him for a week, man. We
And-
were sitting
and
there fucking scraping paint.
I
and
think
welding
there's
and shit.
people in the middle. People in the middle fare well in it, but they still use. I mean, you go to Middle East, they're covered.
Oh yeah.
They are covered, and they're dark. So just be careful, man. Oh, my God. It's very poignant coming down here to the Keys. You got to be protected.
Oh, I
You're
know.
going on the water because it's such a water-based culture, maritime culture down here. You get on there, you're fishing, you're doing
Watch
all
the
your
girl.
shit.
Watch the couple come down from Michigan that ain't seen the sun in 8 months. They're damn near translucent.
Canadians bring down their baby, put it out, and they're like, no sunscreen. I'm just going to fry up my baby a little. What's that
Get
old
some
boot?
olive oil there.
What's that? Hey. Oh, I don't know. Wrong accent. Our baby's very red. What's that all boot?
A boot. Hey.
Yeah, hey. So, where are we now? Right now, I mean,
We got about 5 more minutes.
I think we're right at the thing. Oh, we got to talk about the. We're right at the end. We got to talk about Blackwater Siren.
We do. Actually,
we
you
just
know what's
missed
even more important than Blackwater Siren?
What?
College football finally started back up.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Woo!
It is. Well,
Go Dogs,
Penn
sick 'em.
State won. Penn State
Woof, woof,
won.
woof,
Notre Dame won. They're my two big ones.
Bulldogs won.
Bulldogs won.
Yeah, there you go.
How did Florida State do? Oh,
I
they
have
lost
no
to
idea.
LSU. I think they lost to LSU.
I know Miami lost. Yay.
No. Miami lost to LSU.
Yeah, Miami lost to LSU.
You don't like Miami?
Oh, well, Nobody likes Miami.
Really?
No. You remember the old Miami Notre Dame games? Catholics versus Crooks.
Well, they can call it. Well, the crooks and the Catholics could be crooks now too, if they're parish priest. So, a friend of mine who's a politician has a problem with that.
There you go.
But they are crooks.
I remember we were playing somewhere. I don't know, this is 5-6 years back, and somebody was going, "Oh no talking about college football on stage, blah blah blah. It's almost as bad as politics." I'm like, hell no. I've never.
That?
Somebody in the audience we were talking.
Oh,
with.
audience? Oh, well, they can't.
And
the band leader or the band members have to come.
We're going back and forth, and it's like, look, dude, it's way more important than politics. I've never punched anybody in the face because of their voting preference.
Yeah.
Down in the South, man, college football. Oh, it's worse than religion.
Well,
Woo!
Well, almost anywhere in the United States.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania, trust me, Pennsylvania is a big football culture too. Ohio, West Virginia, which I don't know if that counts as north or south. West Virginia. West Virginia is a unique. Yeah, West Virginia is one of the most unique states in the union.
It is probably more southern than any other northern state that you'll ever
I know,
be in.
and it did. What did it do? It separated.
It separated from
so
Virginia.
it would not, because it was not a slave state.
Yes,
and they would not fight. They may not appreciate multiculturalism, but they certainly did not want to support plantation owners.
Exactly.
And fight and die for them.
Yes.
Which
That's
is
the
smart
most
move.
southern states you'll ever see up
like
north.
Fighting for an oil company, right? They were actually back in the Civil War days. West Virginia made a very advanced decision, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
They did. They looked at it.
They split that thing right up, and there's still
I'm not
four or five. There's still 4 or 5 counties that do yearly referendums on which side they want to be on.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that's.
Oh well.
And there were counties in the South. There were counties in the South that were the hillbillies were more of a. I would have to say the hillbillies were more of the ones that would stay with the Union.
Dude, they don't care. The thing is, once you get
Shit,
to a certain level of dirt poor,
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Oh, they didn't want to die.
It no longer matters.
They don't want to die for a wealthy man. A wealthy man's cause.
Exactly.
I mean, whether it be oil or slavery or
coal.
Yeah, coal, whatever it is, you don't need that.
Yeah. Once you get to a certain level of poverty, it doesn't matter. We're dirt damn poor.
Yep. Well. Oh, hey, there's a tabby walking by. Look at that cute cat. Yep. Okay, well, we're at the Blackwater Siren. I wanted to talk about that, right? We've got a happy hour here. It's Friday through Saturday, 3 to 6.
3 to 6.
3 to 6.
There you go.
Today here we're with Kelly. So if you come down here,
there she is.
Kelly's here. She's the one that gave us a great idea about the sex
robot.
robot.
Store.
And then that segued into the Lover's Boutique. Or Lover's... I would call it the Lover's Boudoir. You know why? It sounds highfalutin, but if you call it boudoir,
that's a $5 word.
It is. It is Lover's Boudoir. I mean, when someone's shoving a dildo up your ass, it won't seem so painful when you say, "Where'd you get it?" The Lover's Boudoir.
Yeah.
And I maybe I shouldn't have shot that in there when I'm talking about Blackwater Siren. No pun intended. I think we're ending on a high note. This is Jim the Keys bartender. I'd like to thank my partner, Bill Wissinger.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you listening. We will be back tomorrow from the catch. We'll have Luke with us, and we'll have a good old time. Thank you all for listening. We do we do appreciate you all. And we got college football next weekend. You all tune in, root for your best home team, and hopefully anybody that Georgia plays isn't going to win. So we'll talk to you all later.